Okay, good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here, Michelle. This is the first GSR team kind of thing that we're going to be offering this once a month, so I'm really excited about this. I want to just make sure I get down to the basics. I talk to you. I let you know exactly what you need to do to be successful and get to any questions that you want to get answered, okay? So what this is not going to be is like a breakdown of the back office and a breakdown of all the different ranks and a breakdown of all these different things, because Michelle and anyone else who happens to watch this call, all of that can be seen on our coach page in the pinned post. It's broken down into steps. So you have like step 1, step 2, step 3, watch these videos. What I want to spend my time today is talking to you a little bit about what we call the 4 vital behaviors and steps to help you be successful, okay? So just know that if you're overwhelmed and excited, that's a great thing. A lot of people are like that. Just know that you take this at your own pace. There is no hidden agenda. What we want and what I want is for you to understand that you're not going to get everything at once, okay? Your job is just to learn one new thing a day, okay? I am not your boss. I'm just a mentor, and whoever your coach is, we're just mentors. So it's up to you what you take out of this. So the thing I want you to think about is if you can ride your bike and you can ride it by yourself and take off, or there's a lot of people that ride their bike with training wheels, or a lot of people that fall off and get back on. It doesn't matter where you are at in this journey. We're going to run with you if you want to run, and we're going to walk with you if you want to walk. So there is nothing that I want more except for you to figure out what your vision is for 2017, what you want out of this, and ultimately what makes you the happiest. Because at the end of the day, if you follow that path, if you follow the path that makes you happy and fulfilled, you're gonna what we consider to be successful, okay? In my mind, progress equals success, okay? Progress equals success. And it's really important that you focus on progress so that you can and to me, progress equals happiness, all right? So, okay, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about breakdown of the 4 vital behaviors and understanding that these are the things that you need to focus on as a brand new coach every single day, all right? These are the things that are easy to stop and easy to not do, which is why they're called vital. Sometimes you have vital signs, and if your blood pressure drops, it's critical. And if you are not getting, if your heart rate is out of control, it's critical. So it's the same thing with the 3 vital behaviors in this business, or what we call, actually we added one last year called the 4 vital behaviors. So let me break those down. Invite, proof the product works, personal development, and recognition. So let's talk about proof the product works, okay? This really is this business is sharing your truth, and it's sharing your journey as you go with it. So if you are not doing a workout and you are not drinking your Shakeology, there is no way you can share being a proof the product works. It's like if you signed up for Old Navy, you're working at Old Navy and you kept wearing Nordstrom's clothes. And they're like, where did you get that? That's super cute. And they're like, well, not here, because I don't wear Old Navy clothes. That would be a problem, obviously. So you want to be a proof the product works because you can't help but share this journey because it's working so well for you. You are not pretending. You are not creating a story. When I first started, I had a hard time because I was like, how can I talk about this if I haven't had this big transformation? And that is not what you want to focus on. What you want to focus on is progress over perfection, is in the journey. People relate far more in your journey, the in-between of the before and afters, than the after. Does that make sense? You can throw a picture up and have an after and be like, I've lost 30 pounds and I look amazing and I feel great. And that's awesome and we're proud of you. But what you failed to understand is people relate far more to your vulnerabilities and the progress that it took you to get through that. So your job each day is to be a proof the product works and show that by sharing your truth every single day, like sharing a little bit. So if you learn something that day about what the workout made you feel, about what Shakeology did for you that day, or like maybe you were running late to work and you had to grab a quick meal and you wanted it to be healthy. In the past, you grabbed I don't know, those sausage things that you heat up in the microwave. Maybe you've done that before. And now you can now grab your Shakeology instead. That is something, and you feel good about that because you know that has good nutrient-dense foods in it. That's something that you want to talk about. So sharing your truth, being a proof the product works, okay? Getting people excited because you're excited, all right? I will tell you this, the number one thing that people do is they become a coach and then they fail to work on themselves. They try to help other people, yet they don't do their workouts, they aren't drinking their shake, and they think that all of a sudden, like, what's happening? Like, this isn't working. Well, it's not working because you're not working on yourself. So people are inspired by you. They buy far more into you than a product. So when you share your truth, where you are at and this journey and how this is adding value to your life daily, that's where the magic happens. That's number one, be proof the product works, okay? So I also encourage you to learn a little bit about Shakeology if you don't know it. I'm not asking you to be an expert. I'm not asking you to list off all the ingredients, but I'm asking you to learn something about it. And there are podcasts. If you have an iPhone, there are podcasts, a Shakeology podcast, which are awesome to listen to. There's FAQs in the back office that break down everything about Shakeology. So just learn something new about it, okay? The next thing is personal development. Personal development is something that I used to be like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with people? This does not work. Because what happens is I'll tell you right now, is you will only grow as far as your mindset is growing. Let me repeat that. And if you don't write, you need to write that down. You need to write that down and focus on what this says. Okay. If you don't believe you are good enough, you will be limited to where your mindset is. I'm going to remind you again. If you do not believe you are good enough, you will be limited to where your mindset is. So if you don't believe you're good enough to be a coach, or good enough, or have the confidence to invite people, or have the confidence to talk about these products, or you're not working on yourself, I swear to God, that's going to be your limiting belief, okay? Your belief and confidence comes from personal development. Here is the thing that I make it very clear that I have learned over the last 5 years is that personal development does not, like you don't wake up and all of a sudden all your problems are gone. We all have issues. We all are going through our struggles. We all are going through trials and tribulations. What personal development does is it gives you a coping skill that's much healthier than what you probably have done in the past. So in the past, when I had I like to say that I'm a recovering perfectionist. I'm super hard on myself. I used to be a negative person. I used to look at people and be like, well, this person's successful or this person's happy because they have X, Y, and Z. Or of course they're happy. Look at them. You know, look at the house they drive. Look at the house they live in. Look at the car that they drive. I used to say these things to myself because I was making excuses that I was so unhappy. Okay. It wasn't until I realized that I was limiting myself with my beliefs that I realized that I was good enough all along. I was capable enough. I had everything I needed inside of me. I just was not opening that up. So I read this book a lot. I've read a lot of books, hundreds of hours of personal development. We all have a mean girl or mean alter ego inside of us. And it's our job, and it's the truth, to combat her and to have coping skills. So now when I have a thought like, you're not good enough, you didn't do enough today, you didn't get every single thing done off your list, guess what? I can feel it, and then I say, oh, that's just lies. I am good enough. I'm strong enough. I'm capable enough. I'm an awesome coach. I'm a great leader. And I say these things because I'm telling you that it was only through personal development that I'm able to have these positive coping skills. So you need to be working on yourself. I'm not asking you to go buy a bunch of books. I'm asking you to, for 10 minutes a day, listen to something that's positive and uplifting. There's thousands of free podcasts. I suggest The School of Greatness, okay? I just downloaded, let me see. I haven't listened to these. These are all free. I just downloaded, let me see, my podcasts. One called Soul Chat with Lauren and Christy. Another one called the Reclaiming You podcast, which is like talking about self-confidence and worth. I downloaded TED Talks, obviously Team Beachbody Coach podcasts, the Chalene Johnson Show. So as you can see, I'm listening to positive things every single day. And these aren't things that I'm not sitting down and like listening. I'm doing the laundry and listening. I'm constantly filling my cup. I'm constantly I'm driving to work. Okay, I'm not, but this is what you could do. I'm driving and going to do errands. I'm like, you know, I'm cooking dinner. These are all things that I'm doing, but I'm at the point where I constantly crave it, because you can take control of your whole entire life if you get your mindset right. I'm telling you that right now. It's not that your circumstances need to change. It's the way that you view yourself within your world. And that is something that is very true. Okay, so we've talked about proof the product works. We've talked about personal development. Let's focus on inviting, okay? Once you invite, you have to talk to people and invite them to this opportunity if you want to be successful and you want to grow. At the rate you do that is up to you, okay? The more conversations you have, the more likely you're going to grow your team. Now, in the beginning, I used to think that inviting was recruiting, and it was kind of icky because we're not salespeople. I don't want to recruit you into my world, okay? But once I flipped my recruiting idea to, oh my gosh, these people get to be part of my community, and I'm building this awesome community, and I now have this empowering community, why wouldn't I want to invite people? So once I started to flip my mindset of creating this community and these awesome challenge groups and this awesome like feedback of I give and you give, and we're in this together, and we're empowering each other, and we're walking through this together, it was exciting to know that I had a platform to help people. It was exciting to know that I had a platform to change people's mindset and their fitness and their life. I can't tell you the amount of messages that I get that say, you have changed my life. That fuels my fire. I want people to be part of my community. I don't want people to be unhappy and unhealthy. And if I can do a little bit of my part, that fuels me. That's my vision for 2017, to empower more people, have people, you know, focus on, you know, that it's okay to put themselves first. That's why I do what I do. So that is inviting, okay? You can invite, there's 3 or 4 different things you can invite to, but you've got to be having conversations, okay? I like to think of inviting as conversations, as building relationships. This is a relationship business. If you don't build relationships, if you aren't having conversations, you're not going to grow. So in this business, building relationships is inviting to free groups that you're offering. Any type of, like I'm doing like a 5-day clean eating and mindset group. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. You're just connecting with people. You could do a squat group. You could do a water group, whatever. You're just connecting with people. It's inviting to an accountability group, which typically is a paid group through probably what you signed up with, like a challenge pack, 365-day, what we call, you know, like all access type of thing. It can be inviting to the coach opportunity, like, hey, like, why wouldn't you want people to join you and be part of your community? Especially if they're having awesome results, or especially if you've noticed in a week that they're completely changing their mindset, okay, which is pretty cool. All right, so we talked about invite and proof the product works, personal development. 4th vital behavior is what we call recognition. And this is new, but what I look at recognition is obviously if your team's doing amazing things or if your coaches are doing amazing things, but what we fail to recognize sometimes is that we need to focus on our small wins. We need to focus on what we're doing right. So if you showed up this whole week and did personal development and you feel like it's adding value to your life, you should recognize yourself. And if you showed up each day and you've worked out for the first time in, you know, a year or a month, and you actually finished your workout, and even though you modified and you know, you thought you were going to cry and die and fall on the ground, you finished, that is a win. And that's something that you should recognize in yourself. So in the very beginning, it's recognizing how you're changing. It's focusing on yourself and giving yourself a little props and shout outs, focusing on your wins, because notoriously we are hard on ourselves. Okay. As we move in the business, recognizing things in our business. I recognize people who make Success Club. I recognize people who are doing awesome things. I recognize people who made an awesome post or a very vulnerable post. I recognize challengers. I recognize, like this month we're doing the Team Cup. I'm going to recognize people in my Team Cup that are showing up, that are doing great things. So recognition, the bottom line is everyone wants to feel appreciated and part of a community. And when you make people feel part of a community and appreciated, and you value them and you share and you give them a shout out, that's pretty awesome. Pamela, you're frozen. Am I frozen? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't frozen. Okay. So those are the 4 vital behaviors, okay? Do we have any questions about those, guys? Pam, do you have any questions or thoughts on anything? I don't even know if Pam can hear me. Pam, can you hear me? I think, Pam, can you hear me? Do you have any questions? Okay. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit is about just some thoughts, and then we'll focus on like what Success Club is and kind of how you can move forward from here. And then we'll be done because it's only 9:13 and I want to finish this quickly. So every day you offer solutions to people. I mean, you offer suggestions to people. You may not think that you do, okay, but you do. So I want you to get out of your head that you're a salesman, because you're not. And if you think you're a salesman, or if you're worried about being a salesman, then you're going to fail, because this is not about being a salesman. This is about offering suggestions and offering solutions for people that actually work. So for example, you probably offer a suggestion about how a hair product or a makeup product, or you go into the store like a baby product. It's like, oh my God, this is so great. And you're pretty much selling that for those people, but you're not getting paid. You're not an affiliate because you just believe in it. I would sell, quote, suggest Beachbody to anyone before I even became a coach. I was like, you got to try this program, Insanity. It's awesome, the way that it makes me feel, or like whatever. Like my husband, like would take Shakeology before I even did. And he was like, this is awesome. It's great for my digestive system. He was having digestive system issues, and he would suggest it. He would say, yeah, they asked him, his family would be like, you seem like you're better. And he's like, yeah, I'm taking this thing called Shakeology and it's really helping me. He was suggesting it before he even became a coach. That is what you are doing. You're offering suggestions, and just because you're passionate about it and you're doing it. If you're not doing it, you can't offer a suggestion. Hey, go do that Insanity program, or go do that P90X program, or go do this and see if it works, and then come back and tell me. No, that's not what we're doing. Okay, we're just offering a suggestion. So stop thinking you're a salesman and start thinking that you're a solution man. You're a solution woman. Okay, you're just offering people suggestions. Okay, so again, I want you to understand the power of personal development. I think I did before, but I just want to focus on that. It's a critical, vital behavior that is often left undone. Okay. You're going to get people that say no. You're going to get times where you're questioning yourself. You're going to focus. You're going to have a moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to post this. No one wants to hear this, or gosh, this isn't working, or like whatever. And it's during those times where personal development is going to rise up within your soul, and you're going to be able to work through that. Okay. You're going to be successful, more successful, if you focus on those 4 vital behaviors every single day. Okay. So let me break it down. So people are like, okay, this is great, Kiana. I want to follow the 4 vital behaviors, but what do I need to do to be successful? Okay. Very first off, success looks very different for each one of you. So I want to make sure you're focusing on your vision and your truth and where you want to head. Some people want to run very fast and they want to make it to the next step and the next rank, and they want to do that very quickly. Some people want to take their time, and that's totally fine. Whatever the path is, there's no right or wrong path. But that being said, there are benchmarks that you should aim for if you want to push your business. And that is Success Club. Success Club is just simply an incentive program. It is helping 2 to 3 people a month with a challenge pack either sign up as a coach or a customer. Okay. Right now we have this all access on-demand challenge pack. It's brand new in February. It's hard to tell you what it's going to be worth, because they were doing a promotion in January and February that these packs were worth 3 points, and you were to get, and it was on sale. Like, this pack was going to be on sale. It's $199 price point. You get every single program we've ever offered. You get it for 365 days. Carl, who is the CEO, has said multiple times the price is raising, and he doesn't know if it's always going to be worth 3 points. Okay. So that being said, I don't know when you're watching this video, it might be in the future. I'm talking to your future people. Success Club, every challenge pack is worth at least 2 points. So most challenge packs come with a program, 30-day supply of Shakeology, and an access to some type of group with your coach who signed you up. So basically, support for your group. So whether you're getting 21-day fix for just 30 days or 21 days or whatever, or you're getting this all access on-demand challenge pack, Your goal is to help 2 to 3 people a month with a challenge pack, because we know this is the all-around solution, the best approach, okay? They get your support. They get to be part of your community. And now you can help them with these suggestions that you're offering them, okay? Purchase a challenge pack. So that literally is less than 1 person a week, okay? So if you think of it that way, yeah, you can help 1 person a week. If you get them to join you through a challenge pack, you get 2 points or 3 points. Right now, what's really hot is this all access challenge pack, because not only do you get every program we've ever offered, not only do you get everything we've ever done in the history of Beachbody, you now get any program that we released in 2017 for free. And all of a sudden it will be like, click on your all access on demand. And honestly, I've been part of this business for 5 years. They've always released at least 3 pretty legit programs a year. So expect to have 3 programs in 2017 that now you have access to and do not have to pay for. So it's a pretty amazing deal. And when you speak to people that, like, listen, I'm not just here to help you for 30 days. I'm here to help you in 2017. I'm here to help you reach your goals. People want to be part of that. Like, they don't want to pay thousands of dollars for gym memberships. And so Success Club is helping 2 people make Success Club. I mean, sorry, that was bad. Success Club is helping 2 people purchase a challenge pack, either as a coach or a customer. You will get 3 points for each one of them if you do all access on demand. And then therefore you would end up with 6 points. There's Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. Your goal is to hit Success Club 5. That is Success Club. If you hit Success Club every single month for a year, you will be invited to what we call the Success Club trip, which is, I am leaving for it in Dominican Republic next year. I've been on 5 free trips to Disney, to Mexico, because I earned it, okay? And you get your invite. Plus, it's a kind of a benchmark as to, okay, I can help 2 or 3 people a month. I can do this. I'm getting new people into my organization. So that's definitely something that you want to push for. Okay. That being said, Success Starters is just you making Success Club your first 3 months in the business. Full 3 months. So let's say, Michelle, you signed up on February 8th today. This would not be your first full month. Does that make sense? Your first full month would be March. So in March, April, May, if you made Success Club, you would qualify for what we call Success Starters. And that would mean that you would earn a free ticket, which is about $320 something to Summit. And Summit is just this big business convention, and this year it's in New Orleans, and it's super exciting, and it's something that everyone wants to be part of, and who wants to pay $300 for it? No one. So you can earn it. So Success Club. And then your next, so making Success Club and focusing on your 4 vital behaviors is a next benchmark in your business. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is the next step in your business for rank. We call that an Emerald coach. It's you plus 2. Okay. That means you personally has sponsored 2 coaches into the network. They could be a discount coach. They could be a coach that just wants, like Shakeology for cheaper. They could be someone that knows they're going to do this for the long haul, so they want to do this. They could be someone that builds a business. It doesn't matter. It's you plus 2, and then you go Emerald. Okay. Why is Emerald important? It shows you yourself that you're building your business. You are now you can start getting free leads from the company, and you start to cycle bonus. And that may not make any sense, but it just means as your team grows, you're going to accumulate volume, and you're going to start to build up volume, and then you'll start to cycle bonus and earn more money on that. Okay. The main thing I want you to think about is, if you are in this for the long haul, be here a year from now, because this business is not cookie cutter. It's not like you can open up a business of any kind for $40 and in 2 months be rolling in the dough and everything is easy. Okay. Just know that if the only thing you get out of this is community, is growth in yourself, is like being the fittest or happiest you've ever been, wouldn't it be worth it? And I would say, give me a hell yeah with a whoo, whoo, whoo. Yeah, of course. Because at the end of the day, all of us want to be happier and healthier. And if the only thing that you got out of this was in 9 months from now, like, oh my gosh, like I feel the happiest and healthiest I've ever been, then it should be worth it to you. But the cool thing is we do have this other avenue of not only working on ourselves and our personal growth, but actually helping other people, okay? Actually getting people to join us to be part of our community, okay? And I just want you to start thinking the closer that you can kind of vision 2017, meaning if you were to look back at 2017, it's December, and you were to look back and go, man, I'm the happiest and healthiest I've ever been. My life has completely changed. I want you to start thinking about, what does that look like to you? Are you still living where you're living? Are you still doing the same things that you're doing every day? Are you still waking up and going to your, cookie cutter job? Are you, and that may be true. I mean, it may be, yeah, I'm happier and healthier. I think we all have potential to work on ourselves and grow. And if you are happy and healthy, that's awesome. And I think that that's something that we can just add to that by working on ourselves and growing. But if you're at a place where you want to move forward and you want to change and you want to progress, this is the best job that I know how, like literally, that you work on yourself every single day, that you share your truth. So your posts for the next 30 days, your social media posts should be just offering value and sharing anything that you're learning that day. Whatever you learned in personal development, whatever you learned during that workout, whatever you learned about food that day, whatever you learned about cleaning, like it should not be something that you're, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post. You're just sharing your truth. And the cool thing about this is once you realize that you are awesome the way you are and that people love you for you and that you're just sharing this journey of growth, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, like they love that you're being vulnerable. They love that you're sharing your goals. They love that you're putting yourself out there. Of course, you're going to come across the haters, the people that aren't happy where they are in their life. But as long as you're choosing to grow and progress and to move forward, you're going to learn, you're going to figure things out in your life, and you're going to start to go, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I did this. So we are so happy to have you part of this community. We are so happy for you to be part of this community. But the number one thing that you have to do is work on yourself and be growth orientated every single day. Offer value every single day. Be brave and put yourself out there and show people that, like, give yourself goals. Like for me, for example, like when I'm starting a new program, I'm like telling people I'm doing P90. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to keep myself accountable. I'm going to post on here every day, and they're either going to come with you or you don't. So don't be worried about what not to post and to post. Just share your truth. Be vulnerable, be honest, be real. Do personal development, work on yourself. And for the next 30 days of this business, okay, you're not trying to like go to the back office and train yourself on all these crazy things. I just want you to focus on the 4 vital behaviors, showing up each day, okay? Showing up each day and plugging into your accountability group, whatever you're part of. Like whether it's your coach that put you in that group, whether you're starting your own, and sharing your journey. Because people love to be part of something else. People love to see other people, sometimes they need to watch you grow and watch you push yourself before they join you, okay? So as long as you're putting yourself out there and you're being growth orientated, and you're focusing on the vision of where you want 2017 to go, and you're making progress, chipping away, okay? That's something that you're going to look back and go, wow, I'm so proud of myself, okay? So that is what this business is. It's not about being perfect body. It's not about having a perfect cookie cutter life or looking a certain way. It's about being part of a community that completely changes your life. It's about reaching out like within inside yourself and knowing that you have so much more potential and you're ready to tap that. You want that to come out. It's about maybe not settling for the first time in your life. It's about focusing on the wins of your life, bringing joy back into your life, and really just working on yourself. Okay? That's it. All right. Do you have any questions, Michelle? Can you talk, or are you at work?
Work.
Okay. So Michelle, if you have anything that you want to like say or anything that you want to like put out there, you can type it if you want. Otherwise, I hope I answered all your questions. If you are a new coach watching this, you need to make sure that you go down the pinned post that's in the United Legacy page. Michelle, did you get tagged in that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So your next steps is to work on the 4 vital behaviors every day and just you're working through that pen post, okay? And how fast you work through that is up to you. Obviously, if you want to build your business, you get through it. You're your own CEO, so no one's going to be like tapping you on your shoulder and be like, wake up, Michelle, time to do this. Like, I love, it does take work, but it's so rewarding, okay? So Pam, do you have any questions? Michelle, any questions?
Nope, no questions. Thank
Any
you.
comments?
Very helpful though.
Concerns? Just kidding. Normally on a GSR call, I would ask you, like, I've already done one with Pam, but like also some thoughts to think about is like when I ask you what your vision looks like for 2017, like I would want you to respond to that. Like Michelle, I'd say to you, like if you weren't at work, I'd be like, what does that look like to you? Like, are you at the place where you're happy and healthy and fulfilled? And like, why are you, why do we hold ourselves back to think that this is okay to be where we're at? Do you know what I mean? So just be thinking that, it's kind of amazing to me that mindset really, like, it's so limiting. It's like put blinders on yourself, and then all of a sudden, it's not like you got more money or you moved to a different house or your circumstances change. It's just like a mindset shift happens, and you're like, oh my God, this has been in front of me all along. I've had these capabilities all along, and it's been absolutely freeing for me. And I think that for me, that's what this business is allowed, is to be free from self-doubt, from a lack of confidence, from a perfectionist attitude, and to be able to be free to be myself, to show up to a GSR call like this, looking like this. I mean, I used to be very self-conscious that I was like, I gotta get my hair right. I gotta get and I was like, no, it's just not me. I know I offer value and I'm giving you good stuff and I know what it takes to be successful, and it's not what it looks like on the outside, right? Okay, thank you so much for being on this call. As promised, I told you it was going to be 30 minutes on the dot. I hope this helps you. You do need to go through that pen post to go through the actual technicalities of the back office. I want to make sure you know the back office. It's some more videos about Emerald. I gave you the good stuff today. And thank you so much for being on the call, you guys. And you guys have an awesome day, okay?
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.